Argentina. When we hear this name, most of us picture football legends, Lionel Messi, the king of football, or the great Diego Maradona. For many, Argentina is known only as the land of football. But here's a surprising truth. Once upon a time, Argentina stood on the brink of becoming one of the most powerful nations in the world. Yes, just like the United States, Argentina too was once seen as a future global superpower. 100 years ago, Argentina was among the richest countries on earth. Its economy was booming so fast that many believed it would soon rival America itself. And the secret behind this rise? Argentina's extraordinary geography. At the heart of the nation lies the Pampas, vast, fertile plains stretching into Brazil and Uruguay, some of the most productive farmland on the planet, with perfect soil, abundant rainfall, and a climate made for agriculture. In the north, the mighty Paraná and Uruguay rivers flow, bringing water, fertile banks, and even the power of hydroelectricity. To the west, the Andes rise like a colossal wall of protection. To the east, the Atlantic Ocean, more than 5,000 kilometers of coastline, opening doors to world trade. From these waters alone, nearly 1 million tons of fish are caught every year, much of it shipped abroad. But Argentina's blessings don't stop at geography. Beneath its soil lies a treasure chest of natural wealth, the world's third largest reserve of lithium, 9th largest of silver, 17th of gold, 18th of natural gas, and 32nd of oil. Everything pointed to one destiny. Argentina was meant to be great. By the late 19th century, its GDP had already surpassed Canada, Australia, and even the United Kingdom. Back then, the world saw only two rising giants, the United States and Argentina. So, what went wrong? Why is Argentina remembered today not as a superpower, but as a nation trapped in endless economic crises? Even Nobel laureate economist Simon Kuznets once joked there are 4 kinds of economies in the world: developed, developing, Japan, and Argentina. In the last century, Argentina defaulted on its debt 9 times. For the past 50 years, it has been caught in a loop, growth followed by collapse again and again. Today, inflation is at record highs. Ordinary families struggle to afford daily essentials. The currency has lost half its value, and public frustration feels like a ticking time bomb. But the question remains, where did this downfall begin? In the early 20th century, when the world faced food shortages, Argentina's Pampas Plains fed millions across the globe. Agriculture was so profitable that waves of wealthy Europeans migrated here, bringing investment, culture, and European style in infrastructure. Buenos Aires blossomed into the Paris of South America. Investing in Argentine farmland back then was as lucrative as investing in cryptocurrency today. By the 1920s, Argentina's economy had almost caught up with the United States. But there was one critical difference. In America, farmland was widely distributed, fueling innovation and industrialization. In Argentina, most land was concentrated in the hands of a few wealthy families. Wealth stayed locked with the elite, stifling progress and opportunity. Then came the Great Depression of 1929. Global food demand collapsed. Argentina's economy collapsed with it. The political chaos that followed only deepened the wounds. In the 1940s, General Juan Perón rose to power. He believed Argentina's reliance on exports was a weakness, so he cut ties with global trade and nationalized industries. At first, it seemed to work. Wages rose, subsidies flowed, but underneath, businesses fled, investments dried up, and no real growth was created. The government borrowed heavily, printed money, and inflation spiraled out of control. And so began a repeating nightmare: debt, short-term growth, collapse, over and over again. Even today, Argentina lives with this same curse. So, what lies ahead? There is still a way forward. First, curb spending and stop reckless borrowing. Second, open up to global markets and modernize agriculture. Third, above all, secure political stability, because without stability, no investor will ever trust again. Argentina remains a blessed land, rich in resources, fertile in soil, guarded by mountains, and open to the seas, a land any nation would envy. What it needs is not another miracle, but strong leadership and a clear, long-term vision. This is the story of Argentina's lost glory, the land of football that could have been a superpower.